Okay, let's try this again. Every time I try to do a video, my phone overheats. So I had to move it. Because apparently, when it's 98 degrees outside, and your phone is getting beat down on from the front windshield, it gets hot. Who knew? Never had that problem before. So, it's also a lot hotter than it normally is. I am driving home, and it's been going. My phone has been going for 4 days, nonstop. I'm either talking to people, taking pictures, scrolling Facebook, posting on Facebook, or right now I'm doing videos. So yeah, I'm heading home from Charlotte, North Carolina today. It's been a pretty fantastic 4 days. Started out a little rough, but turned out good. Turned out really good. Went for our Mary Kay seminar, which, if you're not familiar, is Mary Kay's kind of like the Oscars or the Academy Awards, plus training, plus just all the things, all wrapped up in one. So it's 4 days of training and awards night, prizes, food, walking, and not a whole lot of sleeping. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep so good tonight in my own bed. I cannot complain. My hotel was nice, and my bed was very comfy. Although usually at seminar, by the time I get back to my room and lay in my bed, I'm so tired, I don't care. I probably could sleep on a brick. But no, it wasn't good. The hotel was nice. The Charlotte, North Carolina is a gorgeous city. It's very clean, at least where we were. Convention center is nice. It was kind of funny because we have had our seminar in Dallas, Texas every year since Mary Kay started, which was back in 1963. So this is the first year it's been somewhere else besides Dallas, Texas. And I gotta give them props. They did a fantastic job. And a lot of people were complaining about it's not the same. We're not doing this year. But y'all gotta realize this company had to move, transport, because they're headquartered in Dallas. So it's the difference between a semi truck full of Mary Kay stuff and a couple of trips to the convention center in Dallas. So, but every single consultant there got free product. So I think it was like between our seminar and the next one, because it's broken down, like 11,000 people got free product, like $100 in free product. Seriously, y'all. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of stuff just to transport. And then we get entertainment, we get there's special luncheons for people, the prizes, the Mary Kay, some of the hotels. Now I booked my hotel before Mary Kay came out with theirs, but you can book them through Mary Kay when you sign up for a seminar, and you get a discount on the hotel. Just tons of stuff that this company does that a lot of people were like, this sucks. This is not the same. No, it's not the same. Number one, Charlotte, North Carolina has never had this many consultants invade their space at one time. Now, we've had like Career Conference, which is a smaller version of what we did this week, which is usually like in February. But they have different cities to do Career Conference in. So it's not all the consultants in one place. This is all like two divisions of consultants, so like 11,000 women and men, because we have men too, in this convention center that was not as big as Dallas, but we managed. They made it work, and I'm just like, seriously, impressed with what they did. So it was good. It was a good 4 days. And I'm one of those people that I understand the sentiment. It's like some things they could have done. They could have done better. But they've never had to do this before. So, for what they did amazing. And the outcome was the same. Everybody had a good time. There's just a positive environment. Like, I needed this week. I have gotten so far in my head with the ADHD stuff, and I have a poor self-image, I guess you could say. I know I'm fluffy. I'm a realist. But I also know that if I get in an environment where I'm surrounded by other women, and some of them are size 2s, they're not looking at me going, oh my God, she needs to lose weight. Because I don't do that to other women. I don't. Maybe it's the Mary Kay. Maybe it's just me. I have never been that one that, wants to put other women down because of how they look or what they wear. You know what? Wear what you want. Wear what makes you feel good about yourself. Like, you want to wear a bikini and you're 300 pounds, you go, girl. I mean, as long as your parts are covered, do you. If you're happy that way, that's great. I'm personally not. But, I mean, it's a personal choice. And body shaming should not be a thing. But we body shame ourselves way worse than anybody else could do. And why do we do that to ourselves? Because we are all imperfect people. I have a friend. She is the most gorgeous person. She looks like a human Barbie doll. And I found out that she has a problem gaining weight, and she would actually does not want to be that little. And you never know what's going on in somebody else's head. You may think, they got all their crap together and their life is just perfect, and look at her, she's gorgeous. And because you know what, she probably doesn't. She doesn't look in the mirror and think, oh my God, I'm gorgeous. She looks in the mirror and she finds every flaw that she can. Why do we do that to ourselves? Like, seriously, I do it. I mean, I do. Like, I can feel, we had an awards night. Everybody gets dressed up, makeup, hair, to the nines. So I picked out my dress, gorgeous dress. I did my nails. Nails look fantastic. Got my toes done. Makeup's on point. I looked in the mirror and I thought, I look really good. And the first picture that somebody took of me, I looked at it and I went, oh my God, all I could see is my chins. That's not what everybody else sees, but that's what I see. So I do that to myself. And y'all know what I'm talking about. But why do we do that to ourselves? So yeah, I've been in my head, and I've been not just my body, but mentally, and have this thing with I'm not good enough. And that's why I'm in therapy. Part of the reason to work on that, because I want to know why. I want to know why I think that way. What in my past has led me to think that I am not as good as everybody else, and that I don't deserve to be happy and to be successful like everybody else. What is it in my past? What is it in my mind that causes me to feel that way? Because I will sabotage myself every single time because I don't believe I can do it, and I don't understand why that is. So it's like it's hard to make goals. I hate the word goal, by the way. I don't like it. I don't know why. I need to come up with another, like, sparkle job or finish line. I don't know, something. I don't like the word goal. The problem I have with setting goals, they tell you to, set your goals high. Okay, but if you don't really believe you're going to get there, you can write it down. You can surround yourself with it. You can, if you don't, in your head, if you don't see it, because you don't believe it, you're not going to get there. I mean, that's all. I really want to know if I'm wrong here. If maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. It's so funny. But what I did need this week. I needed this week because I needed to be reminded to get out of myself and get out of my head and remember, number one, why I joined Mary Kay to begin with was to make people feel special, to make people feel beautiful, to do something that benefited somebody else, and to make money for my family. Yes, money is important. That is why I'm doing this. I do this full time. I'm supposed to be doing this full time. But it's so we can do, we can do things as families. I can take care of my bills, so we can, go on vacations, but not only that, but to do something that benefits other people, not some CEO who doesn't give two craps about their employees. I don't want to make money for somebody else. I want to support myself. I want to work for my dreams, not Bob's. So, yeah. That's why I started it. That's why I did this. I love the products. I love the company. I love the philosophy. I don't love me. Maybe that's the problem. So, anyways, I did. I needed this. I needed this week to be reminded of why, number one, why you go to events, because you are surrounded by women who are every age, every size, and it's just a positive, uplifting environment. And I needed that. I needed to be reminded to do nice things for other people. Like to, talk to strangers. No, I'm not saying go talk to just any dude on the street. But it's hilarious. In Mary Kay, you can walk up to somebody you never met in your life at seminar, and y'all are best friends in 5 minutes because, I sat down next to a lady at one point, and we started talking, and by the time we stopped talking and we headed back into the building, I knew where she was from. I knew she had ADHD. I knew that how long she'd been in the business, where her goals were. I knew all this stuff. Like, it's just that instant connection, and I have had that with so many people at Mary Kay events. It's hilarious. And she reminded me so much of one of my friends. I wish I could have gotten a picture of her. I should have. That's another thing. You can take selfies with anybody at a Mary Kay event. Like, you end up with selfies with all kinds of people. But I heard a quote this morning before I left. She said, "Kindness is not a weakness. It's a gift. So you should spread it everywhere." And I thought back to the last 4 days and all of the little random acts of kindness that I saw. Just that I saw. From taking a picture of somebody who's trying to get a selfie, just can't get it right. Sometimes it's just easier for somebody else to hold a camera. There was a little boy that got overheated, and there was like 3 consultants around him that, do you need water? Do you need, what can I do for you? And his aunt had him, and they were trying to help her. One of my sisters fell on the way to dinner last night. And this wasn't even Mary Kay people. The hotel staff brought her a wheelchair. One of the Mary Kay women's husbands picked her up and put her in the wheelchair. And then the staff at the hotel helped her pack her car today because she twisted her ankle. But everybody, like the people walking by, they stop and they go, "Are you okay? Is there anything we can do?" You know. And just the compliments. Like, "I love your shoes. I love your hair. I love your, you know, your earrings. Oh my God, where did you get those?" Just so many things. And it's nice to be in a positive environment. I think part of the reason that I go dark in my head sometimes is because I'm surrounded by dark. Sometimes you need to be surrounded by light. I mean, I am a believer. I love God. I pray. But sometimes even with God, you can feel like you're in the dark. And then He sends you people that pull you back into the light. I think that's the case. So I was in the dark when I got there. And by the time I left this morning, I was back in the light. So that's a good thing. Bottom line, be kind. Be kind to yourself. Just keep in mind, not everybody's looking at you and thinking what you think they're thinking. Because honestly, they're probably looking at you and going, "Oh my God, her hair is gorgeous. I wonder where she got it done." Or, "Oh my God, you know, I love her shirt." Or, "She's got such pretty eyes." Or, you never know what somebody else is thinking. So, and just be kind in general. I mean, sometimes what you need to get yourself out of a funk is to do something nice for somebody else. And my nice was, I stopped at the vendor event that our vendors that we use, they're set up in a hotel usually at Seminar, and I haven't had a chance to go, so I stopped this morning. And my friend Barbara just earned her a gorgeous ring for being the queen of personal sales. And she was talking to one of the other girls, and the other girl said, "When I got mine years ago, they gave me a little throne to put my ring in. It was like a little ring holder, but it's shaped like a pink throne." And Barbara goes, "Oh, I didn't get one of those." So I'm just listening. So I like to sit back and observe and see what everybody's talking about. You learn things that way. So when I got to the vendors, I was looking and I was like, "Yeah, I really don't see a whole lot that, you know, I didn't get a whole lot." But sometimes it's just cool to look. But it was hot in there and I was just ready to go home. But I turned and looked, and right there, right in front of me, is a box with a pink ring throne. And you better bet I grabbed that thing, I put it with my stuff, I went and paid for it, and I texted Barbara and I said, "Got your ring throne." And just because I know that made her so happy. Because sometimes it's the little things that make you happy. She was ecstatic that she got the ring, but now she has somewhere pretty to put it when she's not wearing it. So that was my act of kindness for this morning. I think sometimes you just need to remember, if you do stuff for other people, kind of forget about everything that's wrong with you, or everything you think is wrong with you, because we're all imperfect. Anyway, that's my soapbox for today. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.